Hi everyone, this is Ishika Bhattacharjee, and today we are going to discuss the principles of UI design. Now imagine this, you open an app because you urgently need to check your exam results. But the moment the app loads, you have no idea where to click. Everything looks the same size, same color, buttons don't look like buttons, and you're just lost in the web page. And this happens because the app ignores the core UI design principles. So today let's break down the UI principles that make interfaces feel right the moment you look at them. So UI principles are basically guidelines that helps designers create interfaces that are clear, consistent, beautiful, easy to navigate, and intuitive. Of course, we all like these kinds of websites which are very smooth and very easy to use. Now, they ensure that all the users can interact with the product effortlessly, right? So, let's see what are the principles. The first principle is the clarity. The clarities make everything understandable. So basically, you need your interface as it should communicate information clearly without confusing the user. So it should include readable fonts, simple words, clear icons, and easy to understand labels. Now, if you are creating a button, it should be created in such a way that the font on the button and the color of the button should be in sync, right? You can't add purple button with red font on that, right? It would be very visually challenging for you to then look at that. So we should make very clear website so that it's very easy to understand for the users. Like example, add to cart is bold in Swiggy, clear and visible, no confusion. So you know how am I going to add this food into my cart. You don't have to search and be confused about it, right? The second principle is consistency. That is the uniformity in design. So, users should feel a sense of familiarity across the entire app or website. They should know, they should feel that I know this website, I know this app, and I know where to navigate. So, you might think, or you might have seen that there are some apps related to some apps, right? Like the search bar is always going on the top in most of the apps because that is how users are engaging much. So if you put the search bar in the bottom of your web page, that might decrease your revenue. So the consistency must include the same color patterns, same button styles, same icon design, and predictable layouts. Like for example, all icons follow a similar style: clean, minimal, and consistent. Now we move on to the next principles like visual hierarchy. So it is the guide uh, that will help the user's eyes. So we should arrange the elements such as the users notice important things first. That will include bigger text for headings, highlighted CTAs, and using color contrast. For example, in Amazon, we can see the buy now button is always highlighted. User does not need to search for it. They can easily just see it with their eyes. Their eyes will catch it. Correct. Now, the fourth principle would be simplicity. Less is more. Right now, minimal is the beautiful style, right? So you should avoid clutter and show only what is necessary on each screen. You just should not put everything on one screen and let the user decide. The user will just log out and never open the app again. Okay. So simplicity must include minimal pages, fewer steps, clean layouts, and only relevant information. For example, in Google's homepage, there is just one search bar, simple and very powerful. We just know what we need to do. We go to the Google homepage and search our queries, right? Next, we are going to see two more principles. First is affordance. So affordance is showing the user what can be done. It means the design tells the user how it should be used. Types of affordance is as visual affordance, like button looks clickable and sliders look draggable, right? Next one is textual affordance. It is like labels like swipe up, tap here. Physical affordance, that is scroll bars or toggle switches. So let us take an example. In the Instagram Reels, the upward arrow suggests swipe up. For more content, no instruction needed. Correct? So you need to make affordance in your design also. The last one is intuitive navigation. It means that the movement becomes very effortless. The user should not need to tap their screens again and again to get somewhere. So the intuitive navigation ensures user can move through the interface very smoothly without thinking because the structure matches their expectations. So the characteristics of intuitive navigations are as follows. Simple menu structure, predictable placements of buttons, clear labels, tab bars for easy access, and sticky navigation bars. Like for example, in Swiggy, the home, search, cart, and account tabs are fixed at the bottom. Users always know where they are and how to go back. So this is the principle of UI designs. Now there are also principles for UX design also. For today's lecture, that's it. Thank you for listening.